there, welcome to my channel. My name is Mfon, and if you are a Nigerian, you can tell where I am from. I am from Akwa Ibom, where we say Abadie, and if you say Idioko, you're right. It means how are you? And like I said, I'm from Nigeria, and we have three main tribes, the major tribes in Nigeria, which is the Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. And I'm gonna say Bawoni in Yoruba, and also Kedu in Igbo, and also Yaya in Hausa, which all means how are you? And for Africans all over the world, how are you? And for non-Africans, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Yes, let me know in the comments below. And if you are from other parts of Africa, you are welcome, because Africa, we have common culture that is relatable to all parts of Africa. The north, the south, the east, and the west, we are the same. So today we are going to talk about narcissistic parenting, in African context. And this is very exciting for me because I am creating awareness. It's not a place where you say, oh, don't come and destroy us. We are always destroying ourselves. It's a place, it's a safe place where we talk about the things that happen in Africa in a very, very healthy way to make sure that we create awareness, bring this, to the consciousness of everyone, and also see how we can be better parents. Narcissism, like I said in one of my videos, sometimes I think narcissism is, African culture, but it's not really true, because we all operate in a level of narcissistic behavior, and, some can be healthy and some unhealthy. It is a personality disorder, and it can affect anyone regardless of race. So, welcome to my channel. I am a mom of 4. I'm a traumatized kid that is an adult now, trying to heal from my trauma, and I also want to carry everyone along. So like I said, I'm creating awareness. I'm bringing this thing to our consciousness, and trying to help us to be present, to be present in our today's world, because you cannot function beyond your level of awareness. These things, lots of these things were transferred from one generation to the other, and over the years it has not been healthy and helpful to us. So, narcissism in African parenting. What is narcissism? Narcissism is defined by a spectrum of self-centered feelings regarding self-importance. You feel too big, you are so special, an insatiable need for attention, and a lack of self-awareness. This is what I'm talking about, bringing these things to our own knowledge. Lack of self-awareness with arrogance on the extreme end. Lack of self-awareness with arrogance on the extreme end. Narcissists can be highly functional people. They take advantage of relationships and are known for easily manipulating or exploiting others, exploiting people. So, and we know in our culture, there are people in authority can, take advantage of, the masses, like our politicians, like our fathers, like, our lecturers, like our teachers. They take advantage of us. So because they are in a bigger position, they puffed up. So this is why I'm talking of, bringing this to our awareness, because it is a form of narcissism, trying to manipulate and exploit people. Is narcissistic in nature, and it has been over the years a culture in Africa which is not healthy. So the three main narcissistic behavior of an African parents or African leaders are: number one, grandiosity. Grandiosity is the core characteristic of narcissism. A narcissistic parent has an inflated sense of their own importance and fantasize about unlimited power, superiority, uniqueness, and perfection. If you didn't have that in your household, I have that. Unlimited power, I will always be your mom, I will always be your father. Superiority, you don't know more than me, I know more than you, I am your father. Uniqueness and perfection, oh, I am not wrong. Why should I apologize? That's our African parents for you. And it cuts across almost all homes in Africa. So they believe their opinions and ideas are better than anyone else, and the only one that matters. So that is African parent for you. And such, characteristic is narcissistic in nature. So being the overall, you believe that because you are the father, you are older than your child, you feel that, oh, you always be my son, you always be my daughter, I'm always gonna be the boss of you. It's not healthy. And number two, entitlement. Oh, African people, we can be so entitled to the point that we rob ourselves from the relationship we are supposed to have, the healthy relationship we are supposed to have with our kids. Narcissistic parents are usually selfish parents. They are overly preoccupied with their own emotional needs, believing that they should always come first. That's so selfish. The child is when that child is little, he or she needs help, but you feel that your own need will come first. And even when that child is not little, you should show some empathy. But that's one of the characteristics of a narcissistic person. They lack empathy. So they believing that their needs come first and expecting others to meet their needs instantly without question. Everyone else is just there to satisfy their needs and be under their control. African parents, yes, they expect preferential treatment and believe their needs should be prioritized over those of their children. Oh, I'm your father, you're supposed to do this for me. And also, parents that are entitled are also controlling. And they see themselves as entitled, to manipulate their kids or take unfair advantage of them in order to get what they want. So, manipulating your kids to get what you want is narcissism. And in order for them to get what they want, they use shaming, guilt tripping, and yelling to control their kids. That's not healthy. Being so entitled. Oh, I send you to school, I'm entitled, of getting a share from your salary. I paid your school fee. You are supposed to do this for me. Right? You're the boss. So that's narcissism, and that cuts across almost all parents in Africa. The third one is dependency or codependency. There's this saying in Africa, or let me just say in Nigeria, that a child grows up to take care of his or her parents, which, in a way enables codependency in our culture. And, some narcissistic parents expect their kids to take care of them for the rest of their lives. And this type of dependency can be emotional, physical, or some, financial. You are supposed to, do this for me with your own finances, all right? While there's nothing wrong with taking care of your aging parents, the narcissistic parents typically manipulate either a child or children into making, unreasonable sacrifices with little regard for the child's own priorities and needs. And you might say, oh, what's wrong with that? My parents deserve everything. But some parents, regardless of how that child is faring, they just want to take advantage of that child and don't care about how that child feels. I just want to share this with y'all. I got this example from the internet. My mom, a single parent in her late 30s, expects me to support her financially on an ongoing basis. She says that she can't live without me. There are parents like that. Codependency. I can't live without you. You are too selfish. A parent will say to his or her child, I can't live without you. How can you be so selfish to do this life without me? That happens. So, a mom in her late 30s, is she old? Why is she expecting her child to support her financially? And now said the child can't live without her. That's unfair. Did you experience such? Like the video and subscribe to my channel because we are going to talk more about this topic. This is just the three main characteristics of narcissism that cuts across almost all African homes. So I have read this before, but I want to read it again. According to psychology Professor Sean Byrne defines a codependent relationship as one where one person's help, supports, in other words, enables the other person's underachievement, irresponsibility, immaturity, addiction, procrastination, or poor mental or physical health. Let me take that again. Underachievement, narcissistic parents, because they couldn't achieve what they wanted to achieve, and because they feel you are, an extension of them, they want to, achieve that. So you enables the other person's underachievement, irresponsibility, and some of them are so irresponsible, they will not do the needful. They will spend the money in frivolities and then wait for their children to take care of them. A child grows up to take care of the parent, and some of them immaturity. Some of them are so immature, they don't have financial literacy, and they waste money anyhow, they spend money anyhow, and they just fold their hands and wait for their children to shower them with money. And addiction, some of our our parents, maybe they have alcohol addiction, they waste money on those addiction, and they expect their children to fund their bad habits. And another one is procrastination. You had the opportunity to do something for yourself, to invest, to plan for your future, but a parent did not do that. And in this channel we are going to talk about how to help a parent to plan for their future. So if you are an African or anybody, this video is not only for Africans, but the subject is mainly Africans, for us to unlearn the unhealthy parenting and relearn or learn a new way of parenting your child so that you have a beautiful relationship with your family. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below, did you experience that growing up, and how are you how are you working towards changing that as an adult and as a parent right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.